Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for a look at Eureka's February announcements. Two titles here, two Masters of Cinema titles, and ones that I'm kind of eager to dive into. Not knowing much about them, I'm really curious. So let's just dive in and have a look. So first up, we have Jacob the Liar, directed by Frank Beyer, 1974. It's out on the 16th of February and 1799 and is number 339 in the Masters of Cinema series. Directed for DEFA by Frank Beyer, Traces of Stones, and adapted from the novel by the same name by Jewish author Jurin Becker, Jacob the Liar was the only East German film ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. Starring the prolific Czech actor Vlastimil Brodsky, it follows the members of a Jewish community in German-occupied Poland. In a Jewish ghetto, Jacob Heim is ordered to report to the police station by a Nazi watchtower guard, where he overhears a radio broadcast suggesting that the Red Army is closing in Poland. He tells his friends and his neighbours that the Germans might be losing the war, but they refuse to believe that he could have survived an encounter with Nazi officials. To make his story plausible, he claims to illegally possess a radio and soon finds himself spreading false reports that he has supposedly heard on the airwaves, if only to give his community hope in the face of unimaginable horror. One of the most powerful Holocaust films ever made, Jacob the Liar is also one of the finest films DEFA ever produced and a significant influence on a cycle of prestigious Holocaust films. It's a 4K restoration, so let's see a little bit about it. Limited edition O-Car slipcase featuring new artwork, limited edition collector's booklet, 1080p HD presentation from a 4K restoration, original German audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, lessons of the past, new interview with Jewish studies scholar Sue Weiss on Holocaust cinema, Eureka and Jacob, new video essay by film and literature scholar Mary going on Eureka Becker and DEFA's adaptation of Jacob the Liar. A diary for Anne Frank, a DEFA documentary on the story of Anne Frank. Never heard of this one. Sounds really interesting, really good. The fact that it's getting a standalone release must mean that it's pretty special and something I'm interested in. Of the two titles announced this month, this is one that just jumps out at me. You know, it's one of those ones, I see the title, I see the artwork, and I'm sold, knowing nothing about the films. That's how fickle I can be. It has 5 films in it. A swordsman, writer, and artist who lived between 1584 and 1645, Miyamoto Musashi is a near mythic figure in Japanese history and an icon of Japanese popular culture. The first film based on his life was produced in the silent period, followed by dozens more made over the next decades. In the early 1960s, Toei launched into an entire series focused on the legendary samurai, a 5-part saga adapted from the works of Eiji Yoshikawa and completed under the direction of Tomu Uchida between 1961 and 1965. Miyamoto Musashi charts the origins of the eponymous swordsman following his participation in the Battle of Sekigahara and traces the path towards the way of the samurai in Miyamoto Musashi 2, Showdown at Hanyakaza Heights. Musashi emerges from a period of learning and contemplation, soon coming into conflict with a rogue group of ronin. Then, in Miyamoto Musashi 3, Birth of the Two-Sword Style, the samurai develops his personal style of swordsmanship and first encounters Kojiro Sasaki, who will become his arch-rival. His feud with Sasaki intensifies in Miyamoto Musashi 4, Duel at Ichiyoji, and Musashi Musashi 5, Duel at Ganru Island, ultimately leading to an epic final battle. A greatly accomplished samurai saga featuring 2 titans of Japanese cinema in Konosuke Nakamura and Ken Takakura, Toei's Miyamoto Musashi films deserve to stand with the Zatoichi series as one of the greatest samurai sagas of the 60s. Masters of Cinema series is honoured to present all 5 films on Blu-ray from new 4K restorations by Toei. Limited edition collector's box set, a limited edition hardbound slipcase, limited edition 100-page collector's booklet, 1080p presentations on Blu-ray from new 4K restorations, English subtitles, new audio commentary with Miyamoto Musashi with Japanese expert Jonathan Root, new audio commentary on the second film with Jasper Sharp, Live by the Sword, new video essay on Miyamoto Musashi in history and popular culture by Jonathan Clements, A Legendary Swordsman, new appreciation of Toei's Miyamoto Musashi saga by Tony Raines, on Otsu and Other Women, new interview with Japanese cinema scholar Jennifer Coates on female representation in Toei's Miyamoto Musashi saga, and trailers. It's numbers 340 to 344, and it is out on the 23rd of February. Yes, it just sounds incredible and something that I am genuinely really interested in, having never heard of this. It just sounds like a wonderful set. I can't wait to binge it already. So that and Jacob the Liar are the 2 releases for February, which I think are pretty good. Of course, I just want to look at some of the Eureka going out of print titles here. Mabuzi Lives, that's going to be disappearing soon. It's well worth picking up. Nightwing and Shadow of the Hawk is great as well, as is 976 Evil. If you go into the offers, you will also see that the limited editions that are low in stock. And if I had to pick one title from here that you had to pick up, it would be the Valiant ones on 4K. Quickly followed by The Sword, which I think is terrific. So if you get a chance, pick some of these up. Some of them are on sale prices, and I think they're absolute no-brainers to pick up, add to your collection. There we have it. February for Eureka, 2 titles. Jacob the Liar. Yes, I'm interested. The Defa stuff has been really good and a real surprise this past year for Eureka. Zen and Sword. It just looks wonderful and something I'm eager to get into. What do you fancy from this lineup? Is there anything that jumps out to you? What do you know about these films? Have you seen them? Let me know in the comment box below so I can get a little bit of foresight into these films. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, links to Patreon, membership program, and manbfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.